What up, world? Back again. It is, you can read it, the Country Rap Report. Yours truly, Vic XL.
What up? What you do, Spank?
And y'all know what we do. This is the show where we give you our opinion, our reviews, our reaction, whatever you want to call it, to some of your favorite videos in the country rap genre. All right. Well, every now and again, and it's going to be more often, we give you sit down, up close conversations with some of your favorite groups and artists in the genre, whether they're new to the game or OGs to the game. All right. So that's something we both take pride in doing, letting you sit down and understand their recording process, how they started, where they're from, all the questions you might want to ask these artists. We, Country Rap Report, sit down and ask these questions for you and give you in-depth interviews. Okay. Now, before we bring on our guest tonight, I want to tell all you guys, thank you for ever watching any episode, all our first and last time viewers. We appreciate you. All right, go to countryrapreport.com for all your Country Rap Report needs. If you want to submit music but don't have a video, but you want your music featured on our 24-hour radio station, you can do it there. All right, via Instagram, Facebook, however, make sure you get us the music, okay? So we don't just take videos. We try to use your music in whatever way possible, whether it's on the iTunes playlist, whether it's on WCRR, but we definitely try to, help you do your thing.
Right.
All right. Now, tonight is no different than any other time that we talk to a country rap artist. We have some OGs. And these are some OGs. And I'm not talking about OGs of country rap. These guys are OGs to the game. And when we're talking game, we're talking the game of music.
Right.
The game of beat making. The game of independent music making.
Right.
The game of from my hand to your hand distribution. The game of selecto hits. If you're in the South, you know about selecto hits distribution. Like we have two giants in the game, bro. And I'm glad they just popped on the screen. First of all, let me welcome them right.
What the hell?
Hey, boys and girls, we have the mighty West 10 in the building. What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
What's up, y'all?
Hey, man. First and foremost, I got to do a little disclaimer.
Yeah.
I have been drinking. Okay?
Yes, sir. Right. Yes, sir.
So blame it on the full cup because I've been drinking. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, first and foremost, I want to say we are extremely humbled, and it's an honor and a pleasure to have you guys on the show.
Yes.
Man, we appreciate it. We are humbled.
Yes, sir.
That folk want to even talk to us. So, hey.
First of all, second thing I want to say is every day I'm on YouTube looking for robot tutorials by Paw Paw Fresh, and I haven't found one yet.
Hey, I'm going to give him a throwback. I'm going to release it on VHS.
Do it. VHS and 8-track.
No. Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. The first thing, because, man, I will make this interview last about 10 hours because, we're the Country Rap Report, but I know about King JC and DJ Trick and all that history, but I'm not even gonna do all that because the country rap fans might be like, what the fuck? So the first thing let's start here. And we're gonna start with you, Papa. Just in as quick as possible, let the people know where you're from and how you even got into this thing we call the music business.
Right. Man, long story as short as I can make it. When I was 10, I heard a record on the radio called Rapper's Delight. And blew my mind. I was like, I begged my parents to take me to the record store, and I still got that 45 to today. Although you can't hardly hear any music, it's all static. But that began my love for hip hop, because that was the only thing we had was radio. If I heard it on the radio, I had to have that record. That started my collection, And then I figured out by movies and seeing groups on TV, there was this thing called DJing and DJ, scratching. And I saw Grand Mixer DST scratching that Fresh with Herbie Hancock. And I was like, I got to do that. So I bought, mowing them yards and doing whatever I could do as a young kid, saving my money to get my turntables and my realistic mixer. Y'all, I know y'all know Radio Shack.
Yes, sir.
If you're as old as we are. But that was it, man. I started out DJing, mixtapes, and it was actually cassette tapes. I even sold a couple mixtapes on 8-track. Because folk back then had cars that still had 8-track players in their cars. Young folk don't know what an 8-track is. They don't think it's a...
No.
And that's the for real with that. But started doing that, figured out I wanna figure out how to make these records that I'm buying. So bought my first little drum machine, a Korg DDD-1. It had about 10 sounds in it. That didn't sound good at all. But just buying little keyboards, little $100 keyboards, trying to figure out how to make what I'm buying. And one piece at a time, one piece of keyboard samplers. Bought me a sampler, started making beats. Had a little 4-track cassette, started actually trying to write a rhyme here and there. And by then, I was already probably 17, 18. But I was already DJing little parties, private parties. One thing led to another, and before I knew it, man, we was opening up for Queen Latifah, Naughty by Nature, DOS Effects, Black Sheep, 2 Live Crew, and we ended up working with Brother Marquise years later with put a project out with him. But man, just kept networking and had people from Memphis, man, coming down to my studio because I was in the boonies. I was in a small town called Gaston. I had come to Memphis and bought this tape called The Next Episode, which was King JC. I said, man, this another white dude rapping, man. Too many white guys rapping back then.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That was right area back then. Me and you were the only one.
Yeah, I had Memphis artists coming to my studio, which was about an hour and a half away. And he walks in one day with a female rapper called the Legend Lady J. And the rest is history, man. We just chopped it up and immediately hit it off and started going to work. So that's a long story short. There's a whole lot that happened in between there, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But that's a whole nother conversation. But
you mentioned being like, what was the acceptance like being one of the first white guys in your area to do it? Like, how did people treat you?
Man, oddly enough, everybody was blown away that I could take 2 turntables and a mixer and some records and do what I do. I used to be called Mr. Mix before I learned that there was a Mr. Mix. And bought his record that is called What I Like. To those folk who know the 2 Live Crew, I had to change my name to DJ Trick. But yeah, just they were blown away by my skills because wasn't nobody doing it from a small town like me. And it started with that. So I was a DJ for many, many, many groups, R&B groups, rap groups, until we landed a couple of small record deals. One in New York with a guy called Lil Mac. And we ended up signing another deal with Ichiban in '95. So we were in New York in like '92, releasing records, but nothing ever blew. You know what I'm saying? Nothing ever blew up. But I had to let the DJ Trick go because the hair started turning white, and I'm older, and I never thought I'd be doing this ever like this. So I was like, you know what? I think Pop Fresh finna hit him one more time.
Yeah.
So with my brother here, man, we doing what we do.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You mentioned Ichiban, and a lot of people don't know, man. Ichiban is probably one of the most infamous independents, and they were based out of Atlanta. They had Mike Walker over there. Y'all remember Mike Walker, who was one of the executives? John Battle did A&R at Ichiban. Ichiban put out a record on the Fat Boys. Ichiban put out a Father MC record. Dr. Ice from UTFO. Ichiban was notorious for catching a lot of artists during their time before the next major release. So Ichiban is legendary for, you know, I would love to see a documentary on Ichiban and Selecto hits. And I'm sure those are people that, you know, I didn't know y'all had an affiliation with Ichiban, but I know King JC was distributed through Selecto. All right, J. Cage.
Yes, sir.
Give us a little history on you from King JC to how you got in the game, where you from, all that good stuff.
All right. I started rapping or writing rhymes and got into hip hop in the Boston area. We were so close to New York that it was huge up there, but it was more from the breakdancing side for me. I know with you, it was turntablism and DJing, and for me, it was breakdancing. That was real big. Everybody was doing that where I was from. And
you was a B-boy?
Well, yeah. I thought I was back then. Now, at this age, being real about it, looking back, man, I wasn't really doing much of nothing. But it was the music that caught my ear. And so we'd be on the corner and they'd bring the cardboard boxes, the linoleum, and it was the music that caught my ear that I knew it just sounded different from anything else.
Right.
Before that. So that was my introduction to hip hop. I fell in love with it, just like how Trick did when he got into DJing. I started writing rhymes. And then when I really started, as I started to get involved with it, ended up moving way out west to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hip hop didn't exist in New Mexico at this time. Now, it later did come to New Mexico in a real big way, but it just wasn't there. So I try to introduce as many people as I could to it. And I got some folks rocking with some hip hop. So I remember just trying to, like Trey, trying to just figure out how can I get my voice on tape with a beat. And I wanted to record. And man, I was just barely out of grade school at the time when we started recording tapes, and got more and more serious with it. Ended up dropping a tape in Albuquerque in '92. And then by late '93, I was moving to Memphis. And once I got to Memphis, then I really got more serious into the business side of things, because Memphis was really starting to roll with, we had this year. So Gangsta Pat was already a nationwide artist at that time. He was the first that I can remember out of Memphis to be national. Absolutely. On a big level. Yeah. And I think even when I came, I think Al Capone had dropped his first album at that time. So there were guys who were established way beyond anything I had ever done. And so I was just, I knew it was time to raise the bar. And if I was going to be serious and take it serious, I needed to step it up and pay a little money to hit the bigger studio. So that was, what I was doing when I got here.
All right, now for the generation that don't know, man, let the people know what that hand-to-hand, I call it hand-to-hand combat, being out there, hanging your own posters, selling your own CDs.
That's guerrilla marketing. Guerrilla
marketing. Going in the stores, doing consignments. Like, what was those days like for you gentlemen? I still owe some people for consignments now.
Yeah, man, I was just going to say, I was going through my boxes in my attic. I've been trying to go through all my my old music because there's a new demand. There's collectors out here who are real into this. So I'm going through my boxes. I ran across a stack of books. I was flipping through them. They were all consignment papers, consignment contracts with different record stores really across the country. I was my own distributor. I'd get in the car, load the tapes up to as many record stores as I could. And but man, there was a beauty to that, but it was difficult. I mean, it was a lifestyle. You lived on the road, you traveled. I mean, you had to have connects and know people. It took money to do that. So it was much different than it is now with all the digital distribution.
Right. But before we could link up, even after I had the Lock Records deal out of New York, the Ichiban deal in '95, the it didn't happen. I think when we got out the contract, I think within a year, Ichiban had closed doors. He had closed up shop. But when we still couldn't get like distribution through Select, or if it was too raw and too dirty, which a lot of times it was, I'm ashamed to say, it was very raw musically. We did consignment. Every city we drove to, we would hit the stores, the independent shops, and like, hey, can we put some in the shop? And what's crazy is a lot of times we never went back and got the check.
Yeah.
We did that. Time would go by, we would just be like, man, it's been 2 years. I ain't finna go down there and get $40. You know what I mean? So we just, but them cassettes and CDs that we did that with now are making crazy money on eBay and some of these online stores. There's people paying $400, $500, $600 for a cassette to have it. I mean, they don't want to listen to it, probably just a collector. So it's kind of crazy that it's coming back to that.
I seen my number 8, which was the first one I did with you.
Yeah.
I seen it for $750 on eBay recently, like within the past year.
It's nuts. And what's a shame is I've taken boxes of cassettes and CDs that we had released. One of them with him, dumped them in the trash. And years later, you know what I'm saying? It might be 10 years later.
And now I'm sure I've done it too.
Vic, I don't know. Vic used to own multiple record stores, but he had a personal cassette collection.
I still got it.
That took up walls.
I still have
it. Entire walls of like when I wanted to hear something, he'd be the first person I asked, like, bro, you still got that tape, from such and such? Because I know he would have it, and I can just go and borrow it for a second if he let me borrow it. I have to like play the shit there.
Yeah,
he wouldn't let me leave it. I couldn't leave the house with it. So yeah, but that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
The funny story is, being that I've been part of this music scene so long, I have artists who call me now and say, hey, bro, I know you got a copy of my first album. Or somebody gave me your number. They told me if anybody got your CD, you got it. And I'd be like, man, listen, I have all my stuff in storage, but it's unorganized. So it would take me damn near a day between all my cassettes and CD. I have like 8,000 cassettes, probably another 10,000 CDs. And they're just, my mom packed it. So she didn't pack it with care. She did not pack it with care. I have demos. I have all kinds of
stuff.
I opened a music store. If you want me to be honest, I opened a music store because I was a fan, and I was buying y'all music was going to take me to divorce court. So I figured the best thing to do was to open a store. Then I could buy stuff wholesale.
Right. That's crazy. You got a retirement package. You just sell them tapes. Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he probably does. Without a doubt. We just hadn't had the time to go through the stuff. But that'll be a conversation I have with him separate, because I done had the conversation with Jay Cage about his collection, about what he can do with it now in 2022. So
there's things I can do with my collection.
Oh, without a bro,
we need to talk.
Yes, yeah, we need to talk. Yes.
Yeah.
You have rare pieces that, like you said, the artists don't even have them. Not only can we digitize it and put it out there as, NFTs or whatever, but we can do that and still be able to put the pieces in the hip hop museum that we're talking about doing. So all of that is something we can do.
I have Kobe Bryant's single.
Kobe rapped?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Kobe rapped.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Kobe was signed to Columbia. I have his promo single.
Was there a video?
I don't remember if he had a video, but I
don't remember that.
I definitely have the Kobe Bryant CD. It was 2 songs.
Oh, that'll be an NFT tomorrow if I had that bitch. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
That's money right
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. But it's curious that both of y'all, like, y'all are, we ain't gotta act like we ain't, spring chickens. We done been around since hip hop started. Hip hop has these core elements, and both of y'all got in through 2 different elements. You came in on the DJ side, and you came in on the B-boy side. Like, and now both of you are rapping and doing production. So now you touched in the other two elements that are on the of core hip hop. Like, I think that story needs to be told. I know we can't go into all of it in this interview, but based on the history of that, like being a white DJ, in hip hop, and then being a B-boy that's turning into rap, and both of y'all in the South now. We ain't gonna act like this ain't nothing new. Like we in spaces that y'all ain't y'all ain't supposed to be doing this, because y'all are the minority wherever you're going to be doing it, especially in the South. So how was that? How was it being a DJ and playing hip hop, and how was it being a B-boy / turning into a rapper and doing that in Memphis? Like, that couldn't have been easy for y'all.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that I had when I was out on tour with an R&B group, I met a guy, Lil Mac.
Okay.
He was in the Army at the time, but he was from it. So when he come back in town, I was like, hey man, I got a studio. I said, come on down, let's see where we can make some music, because he rapped a little bit. So when I came to Memphis with him to perform and do some of these songs we were recording, man, the crowd just didn't do anything but show love, because it wasn't white rappers.
Right.
Now this was like 92, 93.
92. Like, what is that's after Beastie Boys and maybe early Third Base.
You had Third Base and Beastie Boys. And
that's it.
So yeah, not a whole lot else that was out.
Right.
So when we would go to these Memphis clubs, man, it blew people away, man. So I didn't get nothing but love from Memphis. And, I part of the reason I'm down here. And then I met JC, and he actually was living in Memphis at the time. So to me, it was nothing but love. No iffiness or worry. I walk in a club, I might be the only one in there.
Right.
I got in there. I never looked at situation. Even though I was from a small town, I never looked at people like, oh, I'm white, you black. I wish they would get away from that. Why, sadly, that's just how the world is.
Agreed.
Look at me, white man. Look at me for what I am and what I can do.
Right.
So for me, it was all love, man. And from the production to all the people I got to work with, Al Capone, got to rock shows with Gangsta Pat a couple times, Ball and G before they really moved. They used to come to them little small towns outside of Memphis.
Right.
Rock shows in these little small towns. And a lot of times I would be the DJ for the shows. So for me, it was love. So what about you, Jay? You might have had a little different experience.
It was, I will say, I ended up being shown major love.
Right.
But when I showed up to the show, my first show, I think this was my first show. It was probably one of my first shows was in Tunica, Mississippi, when I came to Memphis.
Oh, you went further south.
Yeah. I just signed with a Memphis label called OB Records. And this was one of the early Memphis labels. He had a lot of artists. He had Lady J, which was Trick talked about earlier. But we rode down to Tunica. We had a show. And there were a lot of Memphis rappers lined up to perform. And I was just one of maybe 5 or 6 of them. We get down there and we get out the limos, go into the club. They see me. First thing everybody started doing. And I heard y'all talk about this on a recent episode. They was like, da, 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 da. Man, they hit me with the ice, baby. And so I got hit with that, but that all changed when I grabbed the mic, when that beat came on and I started flowing. So they went nuts. And that was the first time I really got to learn what the gangster walk was. And everybody started buck jumping and gangster walking and it was crazy. So that was lovely. They showed love.
Good.
At what point did you because at one point in time King JC had the long hair.
Yeah.
At what point did you yank?
Yep. Man, it was I cut my hair off in 2007. So I had it for a long time. Even, well, I cut it off once earlier on, and then I regrew it and then cut it again in 2007. But, man,
now it won't grow.
That it's true. It decided to start growing on my chin instead.
Once you get a certain age, you like me. Once you get a certain age, you cut it. It's like, oh, we forgot to tell you we ain't coming back.
Right. Yeah, I'm not.
Don't live
I gotta have my hair short. I can't do all that long hair anymore, man. But yeah, it was just getting to be older, man. I didn't need all that on my head no more, so I just took it off.
When you get a certain age, you got hair growing everywhere else but your head.
That's true.
At what point did you gentlemen get introduced to the genre of country rap? Because King JC was not a country rap artist. DJ Trick was not a country rap producer or a DJ.
Yeah, good question.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, it was weird how it happened. I get a call from an old school buddy that has done music for years. It had been years since I talked to him. He sent an email to him, one of my old emails, because he didn't have my new numbers. I didn't have his. And we just chopped it up. I said, man, come by. I got a little building turned back into a studio. I had started making my kind of music. Just what I wanted to do. Released a couple things on DistroKid. It wasn't rap. It was I don't know what it was. It's something I wanted to do. But he's like, hey man, I got this young dude from down home. We trying to build him some songs. He's in this kind of country rap thing. And I said, man, I got a gang load of beats because I do beats every day just because I love to. So if you figure you're doing 3 or 4 beats every day for 10 years, you got a gang load of beats.
Right.
So I started submitting production for his album to try to get some placement. Well, he ends up pissing off the label and gets dropped. Long story short, I'm back helping. We trying to get him something on. Shout out to Recognition. Y'all look out. He finna hit the country rap world something serious. Very talented dude. But anyway, he gets dropped. I got all these beats I had just sent kind of on a country rap level. You know, twanged out a little bit, but still got the nice 808 vibe to it. And so I hollered back at him. Now, he done moved to the country. I've been out there about a year. I'm like, man, come by the house. I got the little studio set up. I let him hear some of them beats, and it was over. He's like, man, what you gonna do with them? I'm like, man, come on, let's do something.
Yeah, really. So I had moved out to the country, and I was living out there and experiencing a whole different lifestyle. It was just different, and I was loving every minute of it. And I had been retired from making music for years at this point. I think the last thing we did was in 2014. It was a Christian hip hop mixtape. And I also was at the same church as Lecrae. So I was around a bunch of Christian hip hop artists at that time. So, but that was short lived. I was done doing music for years and years, but got out to the country and having new experiences and just starting to feel creative again. I come over here, Trick showing me the tracks, the building, and we just talked about doing a song, jumping on a track. And so that was discussed. And I remember telling him, if we do this, man, I can't do the same music that I once did because I'm just a different person in a different place. And that's when he broke out some of those other country rap tracks because I told him, I said, in the country, I'm just having different experiences. I want to go a different route. When he broke that out, I was like, yes, that's more the line of what I want to do and the stuff I want to write to. And so we did a song, which was just me on there at first, but then I was like, man, you got to rock this one with me because it was nice, had a nice beat to it. And it really wasn't country rap, but it was Walking in Memphis.
It's actually our first song. We shot a video, but it was a cover. And I don't think y'all review covers, but man, it's a beautiful video.
Yeah.
And that jumped it off.
I seen the video. I seen that.
He said, I didn't want to rap. Even back in the day when I did with the Ichiban deal, that really wasn't what I want to do. Being the dude behind everybody. I'm on the turntable, y'all out there. I'll be the beat maker and the DJ. But he was like, man, you got to get on it. And I was like, okay, this one. Now every song is like, man, West 10, just there it is. We out there doing it. I never thought, man, I never thought I'd be doing that again ever.
Man, I'm grateful you did jump on there, and then I'm grateful that we were able to come together as a group.
That's right. Everybody, man, oddly enough, and it's shocking to me, to be honest with you. Everybody seems to love what we're doing. I mean, y'all, man, review the records, and y'all don't realize the boost that you give, or the encouragement, or even when you're critical with artists, man, tighten up your mixes. Y'all need to get the production right. That's helping folk, mold that craft. And so it's been a huge boost for us, man. And man, this next record we're working on is crazy. It's crazy. The first one was just the intro, in our opinion.
But it was a good intro.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
What did you guys both take from doing traditional hip hop, independent distribution? What things did you guys take from that arena that you've been able to use in this arena?
Man, because it's so different now. I don't know if there is anything from the way we used to do it, because it's just done so differently now. But I will say that was a learning curve for both of us, is we had to try to figure out digital distribution and how that works and how to promote and social media, which both of us, we're really not strong with social media. That's just not our wire. And so I've been doing the best I can with that, but
he does it all. I told him, I said, I ain't got no Facebook, I ain't got no Twitter, I don't want it. I said, I got an email. Okay, email.
Hey, but Papa need a TikTok. Imagine Papa.
Yeah, that would be good.
Papa need an Instagram and put some of them beats up, like snippets of those beats.
I agree.
I do. Everybody keeps telling me that, man. Man, you could make a killing with this and this. And I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do it, but man, I got so many people hitting at me, needing beats now, production, because the name is floating. They seeing what we doing. I'm having a hard enough time feeding them, and still being able to be creative with West 10,
right?
And come up with that next record or the next one to try to push us a little further. But we ain't scratched the surface, man. We look at some of the views some of these people get, man, and we happy to get 10,000. You know what I mean? We like, for us, it's like, wow, we got people play this thing 10,000 times.
Right.
So. But I know that ain't nothing. There's people getting million in a day.
Oh yeah.
So we just, man, blessed. God has blessed us, man, to even still be able to do what we love. And meet people.
That's definitely a blessing, because all of us are old. So we need to count them blessings.
You have said that twice.
Let's just be real. I'm gonna call a spade, bro. Like and I'm talking to the other two MCs. Like, we got started around the same time. Like, we came in to rap at the birth of rap. Whoa. Like, we was around during the hippity hip hop days. Like, we grew up with it. And Vic just happened to be on the side of a music connoisseur, but he could also dance. So he was probably one of them B-boys too. So he was definitely in the hip hop elements. All of us grew up with it. So the negatives that we saw from the Ichibans and all the other labels that was out there done came and gone, but we also took from that the guerrilla marketing tactics. Like, that shit is applicable over here in country rap today. Like, you can do all of that over there that we used to do over here in country rap, because there isn't any radio. We have to do guerrilla marketing, on top of the social media stuff, but, and applying merch tactics and all that other stuff. The stuff that we saw growing up, it's just being recycled. We just got to learn the new methods, So don't be put off by the digital stuff, or just because it's social media or whatever. Like, it might seem a little overwhelming, but I guarantee you start putting beats up on, just do one a week. Them things start cycling, and then you somehow make some sort of beat playlist or beat website. That thing's running by itself, fam. Like that's a whole nother, that's your job right there. Like you can probably make $30,000-$40,000 a year just off of the beat website. And then you can focus, do the other stuff. Hell, it can fund West 10. Like you might have to take the time to focus on piece. And then me and Vic we used to be bad about it, but now we're pretty good at it. We have to delegate time out of our day to specifically focus on task.
Yeah.
You know, and we have to do it now for Country Rap Report for sure. But you should probably take maybe an hour a day, start with that. And just put a beat online wherever, YouTube or Instagram or whatever. And then next week you do 2 hours, for that day. And then let it keep building to where you're taking, make 3 or 4 hours out of that day. And as it starts generating that revenue that you need, it will pay off. Because if you're charging, let's say you're charging $100, it only took you an hour to put it up, you just made $100 an hour. You just monetize that time for you. So you got to be able to do that. And then you just repeat that process.
I'm going to take that advice. Everybody keep telling me that, man. Yeah. So I got many of them. So
Bro, beats, everybody need beats. I mean,
put it together.
The wackest motherfucker out there need a beat, for real. And I'm not even going to lie. Like they need them the worst way. And they will pay the minimum. But, once you start building upon your career, and West 10 and the mixing and mastering job that you do, like that's some add-on service you get to add. But as the bigger you become, the more pricier that beat comes. I'm on DJ Cho's management group. Cho started out at $100 a beat. Now Cho's is $4,500 a beat. And this is within a decade. So it can all change for you. You just got to get that. You have to make that starting point and dedicate yourself to it. And it just starts with doing it. As long as you're not doing it, you're not going to do it.
I'm going to take that advice. I'm going to be jumping it off, man. And real quick, I want to shout out some of my favorite beat makers. Man, Dub 3030 is a beast.
Oh, without a doubt. 30.
Shout out. I don't know him. I never met him, but man, I love his what he's doing, man. He a busy dude.
Yeah.
Stoner is a killer on the production.
Which one's Stoner?
Thomas. What's his
Stony Miller, ain't it? Or
Thomas Stoner. He does the ones for Upchurch, Jelly.
Okay. He on the higher end. Okay, I got you.
I
got you.
Doing it for years.
I like Shamu. I like seeing. There's a lot of There's a lot of good producers over here.
Shamu's hard, man. I love Shamu's voice, man.
Yes, for sure.
Let me tell you what I want to see, and I didn't mean to interrupt. I want to see that old Memphis in country rap.
Yeah.
I want to see that DJ Zerk. I want to see that just all that Al Capone, like that gangster pack. Like I want this generation to be introduced to that. And I say all the time, Papa Fresh is the guy because he has that formula from that old. Because if you go back to Selecto hits, a lot of those artists damn near came from the same pot, but they sounded the same. And I think that what's more country than Memphis or Tennessee? Like,
True.
Like I want to hear some of these artists come to pop out. Shotgun Shane should have been knocking on your door 2 years ago.
Right.
With his melodies and your beats. Like, I just think there is a sound to be created in that whole West 10 Pop Out Fresh movement that could take the country rap level to another arena. And then because one thing I'm learning, like in Atlanta, I'm not finding a lot of people who resonate with country rap yet. And I'm like, Atlanta is country. But I don't know. So I think we need more of them beats, that beat.
Yeah.
Pawpaw can do it though. He's definitely got the formula for it. And I mean, so does J. Cage though. I think he has the history because he grew up in it. He was a part of those movements. So and that sound is already it's in the West 10 sound for sure. I would probably be selfish though, Vic. I probably wouldn't share it with folks unless it was in music. I probably wouldn't, give those out to other folks? Because y'all got a good sound. Y'all have a very original, distinctive, and very needed sound in country rap. I mean, rap, period. We haven't heard this type of sound since Outkast. And because Andre 3000 is always on hiatus, we can't really get that, true Outkast feel. So you guys, are feeling a need, which is why I think people gravitate towards y'all, because that sound is needed. We've been missing it for a very long time. So when they hear y'all, it's like, okay, I'm vibing to this. This sounds like what I've been looking for.
Yeah, we can't help but get it because we grew up in it. We love it. And I've been in Memphis since early 90s, back and forth. I finally moved down here in 98. So that's just us. That's our sound. We love that. So hey, if you need some pop fresh Memphis country out twang beat, holler at me.
Yeah, holler at him for sure.
DJ Trick 1200 at Yahoo. So.
I can't. We'll be done talking about stuff that the name West 10. How'd that come about?
So when we were coming together doing the first couple songs, and I realized I did not want to be a solo artist. If we were going to do this, because I think we had a couple songs under our belt at that point, I wanted to do it as a group. And so I asked Trig if he'd be down to just put together a group, just me and him. And back in the day, we used to do so much together anyway. It was fitting. And so to my surprise, he was like, yeah, I'm with it. And so, man, I thank the Lord for that, because it probably wouldn't have happened if he wouldn't have been down to do it. But I started just trying to think of a good name for us, and I wanted to represent where we're from. And the reason for that, especially in the country rap lane, is the west side of the state of Tennessee just does not get the shine. Memphis.
I just got it.
Memphis does. Yeah. You got it. That's what it is. Yeah.
I just got it. What the fuck?
Right.
I'm old. I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize. Ray, did you know West 10 was meant West Tennessee? I did not know. He just explained it. What the fuck?
Right. So yeah, it was to represent where we're from, because all the other country artists from Middle Tennessee or East Tennessee.
Right.
We wanted to represent West Tennessee, where we're from, and then to just add the number 10 instead of TN.
Right.
Right. And then just having
you feel stupid on it. I know, Vic. I know.
Yeah.
Like you feel stupid as hell. Like, wait, what does that mean? What's that mean? Oh.
let me tell y'all something. Because I was going to be looking for West 10 Highway when I came to this area. I thought West 10 was a damn highway, an interstate, an intersection.
Right.
I didn't. Yeah. As hip hop as I am, the name is a metaphor within itself.
Yes,
absolutely. Oh, and also, Hidden Valley is a dressing.
We got it. I got it now.
I knew what that was.
I be dressing. Okay. I
knew what that was.
All right. I missed it. I missed it.
Man, that was so great, though. I love that.
So on the West 10 hats, because I'm a fan of the hats, and I know they don't represent what I want them to represent. So the 3 stars on the hat, it doesn't represent the 3 Super Bowl rings of my Dallas Cowboys.
No, it does not. It does not.
That was a shameless shout out to my Dallas Cowboys. What do the 3 stars represent?
I'm with you on Dallas.
I know, Papa. I know me and you rock the Cowboys.
Volunteer state. This is representing Tennessee, our state flag, our flag, and so we work that into our branding, which we're still in the process of getting all that together with the merch. So we have these hats were given to us as a gift from somebody, but we have merch coming. It's on the way: t-shirts, hats, hoodies, all that. We're getting that together right now.
Okay, dope.
We're looking, man, to just build and grow this thing. That's really technically it don't exist. I mean, if you go to DistroKid or CD Baby or whoever, and you finna release a song, and you click the little link, and they ask you what is it, Is it rock? Is it country?
The genre, yeah. We're working on that. I'm working on that though. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You are working on that for
We're
sure.
working on that.
It's gonna change, man. This thing is, I think it's about to be. It's gonna blow to the point where the majors are gonna start grabbing artists because they see where it's going. It's about to get to that point.
Agreed.
I think when Jelly hit Opry stage, I know he's singing, but he's still rapping here and there on the side. But when he hit that Opry stage, I think that was the door. The door is cracked open now.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
And you see these country artists on CMT kind of sliding in some rappers here and there every once in a while. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Yep.
So you just said something, and then I heard Spank slip something in. So I gotta pull him to the front of the class because I think I heard him say something. So do you gentlemen think that, say, major labels owned by Ludacris?
Oh, here we go again.
Or T.I. or Yo Gotti, do you think they should sign country rap artists?
It kind of already happening, not in a big way, but there's a country rap artist in West Tennessee named Lebo.
Yeah.
I've heard of Lebo.
Yeah, he live out there by where I live.
Shout out to Lebo. He actually signed to Endless Entertainment, which is kind of like us.
It's Moneybagg Yo.
Moneybagg Yo is involved with that somehow, some way.
I think it's his label.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
think it's his label.
I'm not sure if he like rubber stamping it or he a part owner. So it's kind of happening on a small level. But yeah, you're right. I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. Nelly already messing with them CMT people, man. Why not grab somebody that's gonna come up, rubber stamp them and put it on.
Stamp them.
It's gonna have stamp them, man.
Okay.
Just holler at Papa. Let me get a beat.
So if Lebo signed to Moneybagg Yo, how many Moneybagg Yo's fans really give a damn about Lebo? If it ain't over half, or at least half, then it's a non-important number that Lebo don't even need to be focusing on. It's no asset for him to be over there with Moneybagg Yo. He could be independent and doing it by himself, solo, and get the same effectiveness as he is with signing with Moneybagg Yo. It's no gain to him. Matter of fact, it's probably a hindrance because now he is going to be stamped as being part of Moneybagg Yo's folks. And Moneybagg Yo's crew is going to be after him, but he ain't doing the music catered for them. So now I'm being disappointed because I really, really rock with Moneybagg Yo, but now I'm going to listen to Lebo and like, what is this? This ain't what I want to hear. This ain't Moneybagg Yo, boy. This is something else I'm trying not to listen to. So I think it would be a hindrance. This is the argument me and him have all the time. But I think it would be a hindrance. Like, I don't think anybody should get stamped by anybody that is in hip hop. If they want to get anything, use their money, use their guidance, and use their connections, but don't use their stamp because their stamp puts you in a pocket that you cannot get out of once you get stamped. Once T.I. stamps you, you are T.I. stamped. You now T.I.'s fans have a certain expectation level of you, but you ain't for them. Country rap ain't for T.I.'s fans. Nobody, maybe a small majority. Small minority because he does have white fans and he does have fans that are in the country because he's a country dude himself, but that ain't over 30%. If it ain't even, if it's probably not even 20%, I would probably guess it'll be around 15-ish. But would that be a benefit for those people? Possibly, but you got now 85% that have an expectation of you that you cannot meet just because T.I. stamped you. I wouldn't damn my artist that way. I would just use the connection, the money, and the networking as much as I can to get me in the doors to move around and do all of the other stuff. But I don't need your stamp. Yes,
right, before y'all say anything, and I'm sorry for dragging y'all into this argument. This is what I feel.
Okay.
This is what I feel. Okay. These artists came from the struggle. These artists ain't always had money. There are some of these artists who live the lives of these country rappers are rapping about. These artists are also viewed as astute businessmen and supposedly having good ears.
Right.
So what's wrong with a T.I., since we mentioned a T.I., saying, hey, I found this dope ass group, West 10, they rapping about that real shit from the country, and I fuck with them and I want y'all to fuck with them too.
I know, but who is he talking to?
He's talking to his fans.
Right, but his fans are not the fans of West 10. Every T.I. fan is not rich. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
fans of good music.
And West 10 makes great music, but that music, only a very small minority is going to connect with West 10 of T.I.'s fan base. T.I.'s fan base is mostly females first, and then on the other side, and then on the other side, you got T.I.'s definitely lyrical now. They'll rock with y'all on the lyrics and the production. I just don't. I don't like the stamp. I'm okay with anything but the stamp. I don't want the stamp.
That may be the wrong verbiage I use, but like if you look at the collab that just happened with Coke, I think it's a beautiful thing. But I see your point, Spank, what you're saying. Will Kevin Gates fans, are they gonna rock with Coke? Maybe on that song,
or vice versa.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah,
or vice versa.
But it depends. I guess. Like I feel like we can jump on a record with anybody.
Right?
I agree.
And we can rock with them, and them folk would be like, man, you see them old dudes up there rapping, man, them folk getting it. You know?
Well, I think we use y'all because we're interviewing you. Initially, we had used Jesse B as an example. Yeah. Like using Jesse B is different than using y'all because y'all make good music. Not saying that she doesn't. Oh my God, that came out wrong. Y'all make the type of music that hip hop people will gravitate towards, and I'm talking about people that are probably 25 and older, like people that have experienced years and years of hip hop that can appreciate good music. JCB is new to country rap. She knew to rap, period. You know, I don't think her getting a stamp, if she get a stamp from any male that is in hip hop, it would hinder her. If she get a stamp from any female, now that's a different story. If Nicki Minaj is like, oh, y'all fuck with her, then they're gonna fuck with her just because she's a female. You know, now the girls just rally around each other. But I don't know. This is probably an argument we're never gonna stop having.
It won't tell Jesse.
Go ahead, Papa.
Oh, now speaking of Jesse B, when you bring up, man, we're huge fans of Jesse B, and I didn't want to leak it too soon. But man,
she already has.
Man, I think we got a song with Jesse B that's so hard. It's gonna be our first single for the new record. Man, amazing.
She just said she was doing some things with y'all. And she kept hinting to us when we talked to her that y'all gonna be surprised.
Yeah.
And I think, but we don't tell nobody. I'm just gonna do it short tomorrow. I'm just gonna do the YouTube short tomorrow.
It's coming. It's we're putting the final touches on it. But man, super talented man. She. I ain't never met a female that can make her own beats.
I know.
Rap and
I know.
And killing it.
And she making the beats on Splice too, Papa. Like she ain't
Splice, yeah.
She ain't got a Fruity Loop, so I had a Dr. Rhythm and you had a chord. Like she ain't got the right equipment. She just what she's got, she's damn near killing everybody with it. You know, it's not even fair. Like,
I'm gonna tell you, she's gonna be huge. Jesse B gonna be huge.
I agree. I'm so glad my wife discovered her because that was a blessing for us.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. All right, look, I got two questions before we wrap it up, and then whatever Spank wants to add. My first question is, either one of you gentlemen have children, and if so, do y'all see music in their futures?
Yeah.
You go first.
Yeah, I definitely have children. I have a bunch of babies. All over the country. No, I'm Yeah. I got a lot of babies, but I got grown kids. My oldest daughter is Atiana. She's 24 now, and she's 23, 24.
You said
And
Atiana?
she does music. Yeah, her Atiana. Yep, and
beautiful.
she is an amazing singer. Amazing. I'll send you a song she did. I'll shoot it to you later. But then another daughter I have, Kayla. She is also a singer-songwriter, but she plays the ukulele.
Okay.
So it's a different sound. It's real, kind of sound like that music you hear in independent films.
Right.
Kind of songwriter stuff. She real big into that. And then my younger babies, which my youngest son, he's just about to be a teenager. He's already playing guitar. He's really learning, practices every day. And he loved more the country music because he's been hearing a lot of that lately. And so he's been doing more of that. I'd love to see him rap. I'd love to see that because I know he can spit all our lyrics in a simple man's verse on Lay It Down. He'll rap the whole thing perfectly, and it's amazing to watch him do that. So I'd love to see him do that. And then another daughter of mine also is getting into singing. She's starting to. She wants to be like her big sister. So
did you encourage them to get into music?
I don't know if I encouraged them or I definitely didn't discourage them. I think my oldest daughter got into it. She was with me. She as a baby, so she grew up around it. And she saw me in the studio. She was always around music, so it just kind of flowed out of her naturally. And then I didn't encourage or discourage my daughter, Kayla. She just started writing songs and doing music. It's just very different than what I do.
I got you.
But I think I'm encouraging my youngest son right now. I'd love to see him come up in country rap as a young teenager. I think that'd be amazing.
It's needed.
That would be dope. Yeah. For sure.
What about you, Papa?
I got one son. I one and a done. The name shall live on, and I said that's it for me. I got my son. I'm good. But he's not so much into the music, but he's in the video thing at school. He's part of the video program at his school, high school. And so I'm thinking maybe he may dibble and dabble in video production and editing.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. So he ain't got the music bug like I do. But that don't mean he can't get it, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
Music has kept me out of trouble for a long, long time. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of us.
So, yeah.
A lot of us. Music definitely kept me from behind bars. If it wasn't for music, I ain't no telling where I would be. And I never even made music. Just loving the music, wanting to interview. I used to say I want to interview every artist ever. I don't think I'm ever going to die because it's going to always be an artist to interview. So I always want to interview every artist with a story to tell. So music has definitely kept me in that place. My last question, and then if Spank got some closing questions, is the new project. Tell people about the new project, how fun it was making it, and what's been the response.
Yeah, it was fun making it because just to be away from music for so long and then to come back just fresh and with something brand new, man, I love the process. The writing, I mean, Trick would send me tracks and man, just everything he would send me was like, I'm ready to write. And so making the music was just a blast. That was my favorite part of the whole thing. And then just learning how to market and promote through social media, all that. That's something I'm still learning, but yeah, it's a learning curve. So we got a long way to go with it, but we're trying to get it out there to as many folks as possible. And man, we hope they enjoy listening to it as much as we enjoy making
it. Looking forward to, man, working with more and more of these artists and collabing and getting folks Simple Man showed us love, and we didn't even know the guy. We just on the chat on one of y'all shows. Y'all was doing one of his videos at the same time. Y'all did our Tennessee Good Time.
Oh damn! Y'all met in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah, in the chat. I was
Wow. So
Yeah, y'all made that happen.
yes.
Country Rap Report made that happen.
Hell yeah, I feel good.
Yeah.
So what y'all do, man, is, I'm telling you, I hope y'all can keep it up. I hope it can grow to the point where y'all will be on the Sirius XM, whatever platform y'all looking to get on. It's much needed, man. Much needed, because I mean, I would think about if we did this music and it wasn't no Country Rap Report, it wouldn't be the same. Because all these contacts we've been making, I wouldn't have been able to make. You know, I'm getting production on Breadwin, Simple Man's new project. I'm submitting beats to Hard Target. I'm submitting,
Nice.
I'm supposed to be doing Simple Man's new solo EP coming up on this whole project. So I'm blessed to just be able to somebody holler and say, hey man, can you do this for me? So hey, we looking to grow and build this genre, and hopefully this NFT. We gonna connect on that, bro. Hopefully that thing is going allow us to grow and build.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll even say when it comes to Country Rap Report, if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't know 90% of the artists in country rap that I know of. I know from y'all. Y'all introduce them, and then I go check them out, and then I either become a fan or I don't listen to them anymore. But that's because of y'all. So man, I'm greatly appreciative of what y'all do.
No, we appreciate that.
Man, I appreciate you guys, because you guys were the first artists to take interest in the station, like the WCRR. And I'm like, man, these guys are really on it, and I'm like, okay, So, and I always say, from my standpoint, knowing that people support, sometimes a simple thank you will make me do it tomorrow. A simple shout out or thank you. So knowing that people are meeting in the chat, linking up, making songs, becoming, cohorts, friends, whatever, that to me lets me know over the money that what me and Spank are doing are definitely providing to people who need it.
That makes me feel good, bro. Because that damn Simple Man song y'all had, that shit was banging. Like,
look, we was here.
Yeah, it was nice.
Hey, he ain't going first next time.
Hey, he came hard on that thing,
man. I ain't rapping no more. I'm just a beat maker.
Y'all held your own, though.
Yeah, Simple Man, to me, is probably the hardest country rap MC in the game. He killing everybody lyrically. You can give him any kind of beat and he gonna kill it. So
I can't wait to hear him over some more of your beats.
Man, they got one coming out, man, soon. I don't want to drop it and get them mad at me, but it's Simple Man, Breadwin DeVille, and Dusty Lee. I'm on the talk box.
Nice. Not the talk box. Yes,
man. I did the beef on this record right here. I ain't gonna say what it is. I won't spoil it, but that record right there.
That's how I caught y'all the first time, because you did the talk box in that song.
On Tennessee Good Time. Yep.
Yeah. I was like, man, this song makes me feel so good just listening to it.
Man. So when you hear this one, you really gonna hear that talk box. And so hey, country rappers, if you need a talk box and ain't
auto-tune, yes.
Holler and pop up, because I guess I'm the talk box master, man.
Yeah.
Country
awesome.
Roger Troutman will be proud.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big fan of Roger Troutman.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Look, I keep throwing out this stuff, making myself seem old, and I'm a clone of Vic XL. I'm not even the real Vic XL. I'm the clone. I came back. Yeah. Spank, you got anything you want to close out with these guys?
I mean, they started like, this was like Memphis Gangsta Walk or whatever y'all was calling that. And then just from King JC doing dozens of catalog and DJ Trick, just your history is there. Like, and you've come from all of that, and then you did the Lecrae gospel rap stuff, And there might have wasn't there some ICP stuff in there somewhere or whatever you were doing. Like it was.
That's me. That's all
of that. Like
I always got thrown into that camp. Yeah.
That has prepared y'all to do West 10. And all of that entire that accumulation of history and experiences has made the West 10 brand. And when you listen to it, like as a hip hop head, I appreciate the music. But as somebody that just like good music, they can vibe to y'all, bro. Like I'm a huge fan of West 10. Since the first time I heard you, I was like, this is different, and this is new. And like, okay, I really like this, and I was not expecting to like this, but now I really do like this. So and since then I've been a huge fan. So I whenever I can, I tell people to definitely hit you up for the mixing and mastering because you got the ear. So and if now that you're doing beats and stuff, and I did not know that you were still doing beats, I thought it was just for y'all. But now that you're out there and you're doing it, like, hey, they need to be hitting you up for beats too, like all of that. And Jack Cage got the experience to where if he wanted to, he could run a label, or at least consult.
I did run a label for years and years.
Well, you can at least consult with these kids because these folks, they lost in this generation, bro. Like they don't know this industry. They don't know how we need to be maneuvering to get stuff done right. I know y'all still learning it in the digital age, but there's some people over here in this space. You need to be teaching how to rap. Because it's pretty basic. They ain't doing the rhyming words when you're supposed to be doing the rhyming words. Y'all.
This is correct. I've definitely noticed that. Yeah.
Yes, I think y'all have gone through the journey that you have, and me and Vic have too. I think we're in with the space that we're supposed to be, but I think you guys are where you're supposed to be as artists to help build this genre and add some credibility to it, based on y'all's experiences in the past and your direction that you're trying to go right now with good quality music and good quality sound. Like this genre needs that. It needs valid efforts from people like yourselves. So people that listen to it for the first time can take it serious. We don't want people to, that's a mockery. Or, that ain't real. That ain't real rap. No, check out this West 10. Check out this dude. Check out Simple Man. And tell me he ain't rapping his ass off. Like for real.
Right. Yeah.
So we're all in this right now at the right time. We just gotta network properly and try to continue what we're doing to keep building the genre up.
That's right. That's what we about. So anything we can do, man, y'all get at us. Let's build this thing, man. And appreciate y'all again for the country rap report. And man,
we appreciate y'all.
I see big things happening for all of us, man. I really do.
I agree.
It's gonna be some major labels getting it for. I think if not this year, next year.
I think the genre is going to be taken serious, at least while Country Rap Report is doing it. It's going to happen within a very reasonable amount of time, hopefully this year. And like I said, I'm working on it at the genre. I need the genre to be a drop down at all distributors and asset distribution. We're working on it now but it starts with the distribution, but it has to come down from the DSP. So they got to consider it a real genre, and we're doing our best right now to make that an inclusion.
Right.
Before we get out of here, y'all please let these people know how to find you guys on social media and how to check out that Put Some Country in It project.
All right, it's on Instagram, it's West 10 Music. We have a Twitter account, but I'm never on there. I'll go on there every now and then and retweet some stuff, but that's about it. Instagram, I'm on there every day, so that's the best way to get at us. And Facebook, I have a personal Facebook page, but I also have a West 10 page attached to that, and that's West 10 Music as well. Almost everything is always West 10 Music. You can find it Spotify, same way.
That's good.
And I'll say, man, I would appreciate for everybody to just go to YouTube because we have an amazing channel. I spend most of my time just building YouTube up. That's where most of my time is spent. And we have all our music videos on there, all our interviews, linked. This one, I'll be sure to link. And if y'all go, please subscribe because we're really trying to build up our YouTube channel. So,
What's up?
Gotcha.
No doubt. Well, the Almighty West 10, as I call you guys, it's been an honor and a pleasure for you guys to sit down and talk with us. Are there anything we leave out that you guys want the people to know?
Man, all I can tell you is God is good all the time, man. And if you hadn't listened to our music, you know we God-fearing folk. So if you don't know Jesus, get to know him. You know what I'm saying? So you and the beauty about our music is you can play us in the church, you can play us in the club, but just play us.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
True that.
Man, definitely appreciate you guys' time, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all. All right,
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we on the Country Rap Report. That is the almighty. How many almighties can I give them?
That was 3 right there.
That's West 10, J Cage, Pop Off Fresh, your boy Vic XL. That's my guy.
You finna sign out?
I'm gonna sign out because they ain't
okay.
drop off.
Oh, this your dude, Spank.
Y'all hang up. Drop off. Hit that button, JK. All right. Hey man, one time for West 10 for real, bro. Those like my favorite guys, and they're like my favorite guys in the game for real.
I'm right there with you. Yeah, I want them to win, bro. Really bad. Really bad.
Yes. Definitely. These interviews, and you know what? I love doing the reviews, but I like talking to these people too because it makes me, number one, it makes me really respect the genre even more. Because I want everybody to win. Everyone we interviewed, I want them to win. From SMG Jimmy to Jesse B to everybody, bro. Everybody who comes to this platform at this point has been really humble, and that's what this genre is about. And hey man, the sky's the limit. We got everybody. We just gotta pull together. And I know it's gonna always be real little beats here and there.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we gotta still point people in the direction of country rap.
Yes.
If you don't like me, then check them out. If you don't like them, check them out. But stay in the genre.
Well, I feel ignorant as hell because I did not know
West 10. I didn't know it. I feel like Boo Boo the Fool.
I know, me too.
I really was planning on going to Tennessee soon and look for the highway, the interstate.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like, that is a hip hop trivia question. When
yes,
they get big.
What does the name stand for? Highway? No.
It's over there by 75. When 75 connected. No, bro. Nah. Shouts out, hey, and all you artists out there watching the show, y'all need a pop-out fresh beat in your life.
Yeah, you do.
And look, don't play yourself. If you get a pop-out fresh beat, go and get at least 8 from JK's, because he come with the he ain't no slack on the lyrics now. My man got bars for days. Y'all need to go check out some of that King JC stuff. He was spitting.
Yeah, that King JC stuff we putting out this year. So, but we'll talk about that when we hang this up, because we'll talk about your other collection too. I did not know that you still had it. I thought you got rid of it. Mm-hmm. Boy,
all right,
money over there, fam.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Vic XL.
What you do, Spank?
We are the Country Rap Report. Until the next episode. Remember, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. live chats. Get with us.
Yes.
Peace.